Hello, welcome to another week of SDS. Now, as you guys know, we start off with the PL Roundup. Because, I'm not going to lie, this season's been very interesting. The mighty have fallen again this week. There's been shocks. The Premier League levels have gone up and they keep going up. Any team can beat any team, it seems. So we're going to talk about the PL Roundup, all the fixtures that happened this weekend. We'll talk about them all. But first, let me introduce the cast. Next to me, we've got Mr. Star Player. Welcome back. Right. Opposite me, we have the return, Faisal.
Thank you.
It's been back. I miss you, man.
I miss you too, man.
Every time when you take a week off, it feels like you've been gone for so long.
For real, bro. It feels like a month.
So long.
Well,
yeah.
You guys need a room?
No, he's back. No. You know when he's always here. When he's not here for 1 week, you feel it. But
and for him, it feels like a year. Well,
and for next to him, hopefully this week you get more minutes than last week, because last week you made a short appearance.
Yeah, that was.
You're like Batshuayi's. Someone compared you to Batshuayi's substitution when it came on. The final whistle went. Yeah, exactly. So Hasib is back on the cast today. So welcome back, Hasib. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the football. There's been quite a few stuff that happened. I didn't get to watch most of this weekend's games, so we'll discuss. Obviously, I'll go from the angle of like what I've seen, maybe the highlights, what I've read and all that stuff. And obviously, we're gonna just discuss it and see how everyone's done. We're gonna start off with Brighton versus Chelsea. I want to start off there. Chelsea got smoked. Graham Potter returned to Brighton, first game back there, and they got smoked. What happened? Brighton's first win under the new manager. It's also their first league win against Chelsea, who are managed by their former manager. Sterling and Pulisic.
Horrible wingbacks.
At wingbacks.
Bro, that formation, I don't know what he's doing. He's skates. Yeah. Can't have Sterling and Pulisic as your wingbacks. I
don't know, yeah.
If it's not Victor Moses and Marcus Alonso, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Those are the two originators, but you can't have Sterling. Sterling was horrific. He didn't track back once. It's like, why was he playing in that position?
But what do you expect from a guy that's just...
He's not left wing back, so
that's what I'm saying. Don't come from
I'll allow him.
Just all he knows is attacking. He's not used to tracking back and helping defense.
Poor guy, man.
But
poor guy.
Even Pulisic as well. A couple, the third goal, the own goal by Chalobah, came from Pulisic side.
I can't blame him
because they're not tracking back.
But they're not. They've never played fullback in their lives. Like, so it's them.
Wingbacks is a completely different ball game, but you would expect a little bit better than. Clearly, Potter would see someone in training. And
but what's the one thing you like as a winger? The one thing you don't really need to look at is who's running in behind me, because you're always supported by your fullback, as you said. Whereas this is like so many times they just ran in behind, or solid march was dribbling, whatever it is, isn't it?
I don't know, man, but Chelsea, I don't know what's like. It's weird because it's also like Kepa got subbed off at half time, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he got injured.
What was it? Was it an injury?
I think I heard injury because that can't run. You can't take off a goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's strange. It's got to be an injury because I couldn't work out why he came off at half time, and they scored 2 own goals. Yep. Wasn't it? Thiago Silva had a couple clearances off the line.
From his mistakes. The first one was his mistake.
But it's very rare that we have a Premier League manager on the table that's won on the weekend. Managed Brighton on the weekend, and they won 4-1. So tell us about your performance. What was your tactics that day?
This guy looks like Derby.
Oh, we got him right here. He's turned up. Brighton's manager, De Zerbi, has turned up on SDS.
What's his name? De Derby or De Zerbi?
It's
Roberto De Zerbi?
Say Derby or De Zerbi?
I don't know how you
think
pronounce
De Zerbi.
Yeah, I feel like
he knows.
But yeah, how do you say it?
No, Bellachao, Roberto.
Why does he always say Bellachao because it's Spanish? He's a Real Madrid fan.
Italian.
He's a Real Madrid fan.
Roberto.
Why is he getting red as well?
Roberto De Zerbi.
So what was the tactics?
What was your tactics, man? How did you outsmart Potter?
The tactics was good, we played. We changed.
Crazy.
He's universal. But listen, okay.
But in terms of tactics, honestly, I think I played well. I think because what I usually do, I play 3 at the back.
Yep.
But because I knew Chelsea's weakness, I played 4 at the back. I changed my formation. So rather than having Trossard on the left wing back, I used him as a striker, which messed up Chelsea's formation completely.
Is that why you have tactical genius in your bio?
Come on, I have to remove it now.
What I like about Trossard, though, speaking of Trossard, he scores against every big team.
He does. Yeah.
Last season, he scored back-to-back games against Arsenal and Spurs.
Yeah.
This season, he scored against Liverpool. He scored against, obviously, Chelsea.
Wasn't that a hat against Liverpool?
It was a hat-trick against Liverpool.
That's crazy.
At Anfield.
He scored.
I think he scored against United.
It was Gross or Bray. I know
it
Gross scored
wasn't
two.
him.
It wasn't. Who did he
Gross
score?
scored
He
two.
scored Chelsea now. Hat-trick against Liverpool.
Spurs, I think?
He scored last game.
He scored a front post against Edison.
He scored last game.
Yeah, he scored against
He
City.
scored last game.
That's why he scores against all the big clubs.
We're going to the World Cup.
Yeah, it was
Think
very,
he's in the World Cup?
very
Easy.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has to
yeah,
go
yeah.
to TV.
Yeah,
starts in the World
their
Cup?
scores.
I don't think he'll start because
even
Eden Hazard will still have a spot for some reason.
Hazard will start. He might he might start on the right though.
But sticking on this game, a record has been broken. Trevor Chalobah,
Mr. Chalobah.
first game they've lost since he started. While he started,
Yeah.
that's not happened before. So that curse has been ended. And if we're going to Chelsea's next few fixtures, they've got Arsenal on the weekend.
That's a
Then they've got City and Newcastle in the Prem.
No, they've got City, Carabao.
Yeah, that's in Prem games.
Yeah, and they got Newcastle's the last fixture.
Before the World Cup. That's 3 tough games. That's 3 of the most informed teams in the Prem. That's the 3 most informed teams in the Prem.
What are we saying points out of the 3
0.
games?
Arsenal at home.
No,
Max, they might get. They could win. Obviously, it's a home
I
game.
think they nick it against
It's a home game. But I reckon maybe a draw. As an Arsenal fan, I'm confident going into that game.
Yeah.
Even if it's at the Bridge. So I reckon maybe they'll get a point out of that.
That's the best.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing for me. That's the best thing they'll get is a point.
Yeah.
For me, it's with Chelsea. Yeah, they're a team that they don't start off quick. They don't score early goals. If that makes sense, they're always build into the game. Halfway through this first half, going into the second half, that's when they pick up and start playing their football.
Yeah.
Whereas against Arsenal, we were used to scoring first and early, and then we sit off, kind of invite the team to come on.
Yeah.
But with their team and the players they're missing, and also what's helping,
City's the cup game.
yeah. And with Chelsea always chopping and changing their lineup. I don't know. That's one of Potter's problems. It's like like when Arteta came, when Conte took over Tottenham, all the new managers, Eric Ten Hag at the start, where they're all
They don't know what to
relatively
start.
still besides obviously Eric Ten Hag, because I don't think he played a back 5 at the start. But every team tries to play the back 5 just to get a structure, to see where it is, and then they can start playing a football. Whereas I don't blame. Potter keeps changing every single time. Like you said, 1 minute you'll have like Brighton. They had a Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic in a double pivot. Everyone in the world knew.
I'd rather have Loftus-Cheek right wing back.
That's the same. But I never you'd play those two in a double pivot.
That Chelsea. They need a lot, man. They need.
What's wrong with Zakaria?
They need a striker. I keep forgetting to have him.
What's the need?
They need a change of formation. I think
Until you mentioned him now, I forgot at Chelsea.
I think they should go back to forward the back. Why using Cucurella as a left centre back when?
Because he did that at Brighton a couple of times,
Brighton,
which is
but it
wrong.
doesn't-
You're right, which is wrong, but. With them lots as well, do you think the Zachary situation is similar to like Arthur? You know how like
Arthur's legit injured though.
He's legit injured.
Yeah, he's out for 3 months.
He's out.
Yeah,
he's
like
out.
obviously a lot of people may be saying that Zachary's just not that good. Like obviously, as you've watched Serie A, sorry.
But that's a Tuchel signing as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't see anything.
But it's them ones where like just remember as well, it was like a deadline day signing or something.
Yeah, it's
So it's them ones where.
They need
Do you
bodies.
think they watched him and thought this guy's just not Chelsea standard?
Well, I think
So I'm gonna just fake these injury rumors just to not play him.
I think they signed him because like last year he was rumored to come to Premier League when he was Gladbach from free. Like United was rumored to sign him. Arsenal was at one point was rumored to sign him, and then he went to Juventus, and then and they were like, you know what, last minute, let's just get him. It doesn't make one person who did play well, to be fair, was Gallagher. I think he played well, bro. Like first half, he made some good movements.
Missed that chance though.
Easy chance, but he made some good movements. The second half, he assisted Kai Havertz's goal. With a good cross. But he's now finally playing the more advanced role, which he wants, isn't it?
What lineup would you think will suit Chelsea best? If you were to play Arsenal, like what would be the lineup?
The thing is, he's gonna have to keep
And
with
also,
that formation anyway.
it's like it's not like we're talking about Chelsea like right now. They lost this game, but it's their first time. It's their first loss since
On the par, right?
it's Potter's first loss.
On the part.
Yeah.
Like
So it's
the
not
last time
like
they lost the game was Tuchel's last game.
But then a lot.
They went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in all
All those
comps.
including Milan away.
Yeah, without losing. It's their
But that
first
was
loss.
but that was with Reece James, bro. Like Reece James was
he's
such
the
crucial for
biggest-
them.
the biggest player. Yeah.
Crucial for them.
And the thing is, a lot of Chelsea fans as well have like come out on Twitter and said like the only game that they feel like they've performed well was the Wolves at home. Like every other game they've played, besides the Champions League game, because we're gonna be like the AC
But
Milan.
Wolves aren't that great anyway this season.
That's what I'm saying. AC Milan at home, they they blitzed them. Like
AC Milan, to be fair, weren't they missing some key players?
They was missing some key players, but
They
still
were.
the fact that they handled business. Obviously, AC Milan away where Mason Mount had an amazing game, 10 men, 20 minutes or so in.
Yeah.
Brentford, it could have easily gone.
Should have lost that game.
It should like
Should've
jump
lost.
from Aston Villa. Kepa was named man of the match. If you're
It
winning
says a
2-0,
lot.
why would Kepa be
Yeah.
your man of the match?
Man United.
Man United. I think it's crazy the fact that they picked up a point in that game.
United were a better team for
United were a better team, and that's how I look at it. It's like the thing that United didn't capitalize on was the fact they should have just kept attacking their fullbacks, which I think Arsenal and Martinelli, if Saka play, even if Reece Nelson plays, if they just keep bombing and attacking that fullbacks, it's going to be a long day for him, man.
Yeah, the overlap will kill them as well.
Oh, so much, bro. And I think maybe Turney should start that game as well.
I think
Forget about Arsenal, but
I
with
think with Chelsea, I think it's time to start Broja as well.
yeah.
Start him, bro.
I play Ruben Loftus-Cheek right wing back.
Yeah, I agree.
What's the worst that you can lose to it? Let's start Broja and see.
He's having the same problems they had at Brighton, to be fair. Like he has XG and his strikers can't score, and he's come to Chelsea. Where
So
the
maybe
same
maybe
shit
it's Graham Potter.
This is Graham Potter.
Maybe
Everywhere
it's
he
him.
goes, he can't find strikers.
Maybe it's him, but
We've got to give Brighton
but
his
yeah,
flowers,
but speaking of Brighton,
Brighton,
speaking of Brighton, it's their first win since September.
Yeah.
Since the 4th of September.
That is De Zerbi's first. That's my first win.
Yeah,
Well
it's
done, man.
your
That's
first
my
win.
first. But like I said, I changed formations.
And no better time to win.
You
Because
went
now,
on TikTok live in halftime as well.
Well, I did.
I respect it.
I appreciate it.
Finally nutted. I respect it. I respect it.
Crazy.
okay, let's move on from there. And
You shake my hand up.
speaking of the Trevor Chalobah record being broken, another record was broken as Van Dijk lost his first
I
game
was so happy.
at Anfield to Leeds. Let's talk about that game. Liverpool vs Leeds at Anfield. 2-1. The player with, I think, one of the coolest names I've ever heard, Crescencio Somerville.
Yeah, I don't call him Somerville. I call it Crescencio.
Crescencio Somerville scores the winner.
Middle name's Gilbert.
What a name, man.
Crazy.
What a name. Scores the winner.
It's Dutch.
At Anfield, yep,
that's
at Anfield.
right
Yeah, what do you think about the game? Liverpool
was-
now
that was
have
a good
lost.
finish as well. That
Liverpool
was-
now have lost back to back. It's
I'm
not
very
the
happy
Forest
for
and Leeds.
Jesse Marsh, man. It was bound to pay off at one point. The way they cooked us in the second half, they played amazing. Their win has been coming a long time. But to do it at Anfield and to ruin Van Dijk's record is crazy.
They were lucky to get it. Like Joe Gomez, I don't know what he was thinking, trying to back pass
That
it.
first one was crazy.
That first 3 seconds,
Reminds me of Football
but it
Manager.
ruined. But it ruined the whole flow. Like I'm sure Liverpool had a strategy coming into the game, and then first 2 minutes in,
Yeah, those stupid
mistake,
stuff
and
like
then
that.
the whole mindset of the game just changed the whole thing.
True.
But Robertson had a very, very good game. I watched the whole game. Robertson played sick. What I don't get, like first half, the Liverpool attack was both.
I think a lot of them play good. A lot
Which
of
one?
Liverpool play good, but they just
Just couldn't finish.
yeah, a lot of Liverpool.
Yeah,
play good.
especially Robertson. Like first half was all Robertson and Trent on the right hand side. The second half, bro, it's 1-1. You need a goal. You take out Trent and you bring in Milner.
Yeah.
Even the subs as well. He bought
That is
Henderson, Milner,
I don't get that.
He's been doing it this season, where he'll stop random. Like when you need a goal, he'll bring on Milner, and I'm like,
Do you think it's a statement to the board? Just saying, look, this is what I'm bringing on. Because you guys didn't
but you
bother
don't
to
want to
invest.
be. You don't want to be a loser, bro. Like
Exactly.
why am I
It's
trying to mess
self-sabotage.
up my players' morale and all that stuff? If I'm trying to win the game and I'm looking at James Milner, come on.
But in fact,
36 year
So
old
he owes loyalty a lot. That's why he's a loyalty merchant. He likes playing players like Henderson and Milner because
That's his Achilles heel as well.
Yeah,
Wallahi, that's his biggest. Wallahi.
as a man manager,
Like bringing
as well.
James Milner as a difference maker for you to come back against Leeds. What are you thinking? And Trent and both. The thing is, the moment Trent went off, all the attack went on Robertson's side, so he had to carry the whole attack. There was no dangerous attack on James Milner's side. And Salah, I don't know what. Like he scored in it, but
The last 3 minutes killed me, wasn't it? When Melier kept kicking it out, Milner take it, and he kept trying to ping it forward, and it kept going to Miller.
And Melier.
I'm like, if you're doing that, just keep Trent on.
Yeah.
And he kicks it on, and then he does it
He does it again.
and
That
then-
made me
and then-
cry.
and then
I
Melier.
was like, what are you doing?
Well, listen,
But
Liverpool's
Nonto,
record.
was it Nonto? That 18-year-old.
Yeah.
He's cold.
Italian
guy.
unit.
Italian guy.
He starts for the Italian national team, though.
He started in the last couple of Nations League
but
games.
that's only because they've been calling up the
Yeah,
youngsters,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
You know what's
Fair
interesting as well? Liverpool already this season have dropped 20 points.
How many did they drop last season?
In total, 22.
And season before that, like nowhere near. Like,
Barely
Barely.
any points.
And you know,
Their record is 4 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses.
that is
Formidable.
mad.
That is very formidable, yeah.
Nah.
But it's not, actually, it's not formidable. For Liverpool, it's not a formidable record.
That is mad.
It's not good. Like, what is the best they can do this season? What do you think?
Bro, the biggest problem was when I watching that game was Fabinho, bro. He's lost it.
He can't run anymore.
he's 36.
He can't. He's aged about 5 years.
He's still what, 28, 29?
Yeah, but his body must be like, his body's like 35
It's
now.
done, bro.
He's aged so much.
He's getting beat easily.
He can't run, he can't move.
Can't run, can't pass.
Darwin should have been more like chaotic that game. He was too kind of.
Oh, bro. Darwin pissed me off. Trent had that first half.
That ball, oh my lord.
What a ball by Trent. First time ball, bro. And Darwin, just lob it, bro. Just lob
It's
it.
too hard for him, man.
Bro, he's trying to, but I don't know what he was thinking.
He makes easy stuff look so difficult, and I don't understand that with Darwin Núñez.
Bro, I've been saying it for a while. I think he's going to be a flop, man. I don't think he's ever going to come good.
It's not even that. I think Liverpool knows he's a flop, but they're too prideful because he's worth 100 million. They try to stick with it.
It's like how we were with Pepe. We just kept forcing him to line up, but it just wasn't going to happen.
And with the credit I give Darwin Núñez though is he works hard and he knows how to get in goal scoring positions. I don't know what happens when he's in front of goal because he tends to miss the easy ones, but he scored difficult stuff. I remember even in the Champions League, scored a great header, but he missed that sweat.
He's giving me Timo vibes. Where Timo, when he came to the Prem, couldn't finish. When Bundesliga is killing.
I was just about to say that.
No, but Bundesliga, that's just a different league. Like,
let's actually, because what we tend to do as well, we always talked about the bigger team for a while. We don't talk about the other team. Let's talk about Leeds for a bit because I know there's Leeds fans watching. Leeds have been struggling. Before this, it was 4 straight losses. It was 6 losses in the last 8 games. Their last Premier League win was against Chelsea 3-0 in August. You know, Jesse Marsh was under fire.
Yeah.
How big was this win for them?
Massive relief, man.
Huge.
Massive. And it's paid off for him because he's had a tough run of fixtures. You got to give him that.
Yeah, and it's not even that. You know, with me, it's, there's an identity. There's a playing style. Yeah. Like as long as I can see within the poor performance that they do play good football. They sign the right players. Just the result doesn't match the product that they put in, the performance that they put in. Sorry, it just changes everything. Now, finally, I'm so happy the fact that they've won this game because even when you watched it against Arsenal, they looked easy.
They should have beat us. They should have beat us.
Second half, I promise you, it reminded me of Liverpool and Anfield.
They should have beat us.
Bro, they're so good.
That constant pressure. We didn't have 2 seconds on the ball.
Yeah,
that's injuries as well.
21.
Like,
and they got good young players. They've got good players. Obviously, Melier has proven
one person who stood out was Tyler Adams.
As well.
He came back. I think he was away, not away, like injured for a couple of games.
Leeds captain.
Yeah, he was sick, bro.
Workhorse
in that midfield.
Their signings this season's been very good. The right back,
Aronson,
Rodrigo
Christensen, I think
was out. I think he was out for a couple of games. He came back, scored last game, scored today as well.
I like their recruitment this season.
Yeah, it's been very good.
The Italian guy, the 18-year-old, the fact is that he was more coveted, but Leeds managed to get him. I think they promised him more playing time than the other teams.
They signed him from what? Like from Zurich, was it?
Zurich. I think it's Zurich. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
They're looking good. I mean, there's obviously not many games after the World Cup, so it's all about how they come back after the World Cup because they've obviously got a couple of American players that'll be playing there. But apart from it, they won't have many players playing out there, so they shouldn't keep training and see how they do. But
his celebration was sick as well, though.
I think Leeds
his celebration. He kept doing it.
Of course. I think Leeds
did it in front of Klopp.
I think Leeds will stay up.
Yeah, I think they could stay up.
They can challenge. They can challenge for like 11th, 10th.
I agree.
Yeah, down there. You know
that good.
There's only like what 4 points between like 11th and 17th. So,
no, but what I'm saying, like the way they play football, it's like a top 6 side.
Yeah, I think when
they just got to match it against these lower league teams. I feel like with Leeds, they match to who they're playing. If they're playing Liverpool, Arsenal stuff, their level raises so high. Yeah. But when they're playing the Notts Forest,
they lost to Fulham,
the Wolves, the Fulhams, not even Fulham are decent, but those kind of teams where you're like,
no, but they should be beating Fulham.
They should be.
Is it just me?
Wasn't it?
Yeah, bro, is it just me this season? It feels like any team can beat.
Any team can get it.
Scary.
Anyone can get it. It's
scary.
Yeah.
Bro, it's scary, bro. Like Brighton, Leeds, the last game, Forest got destroyed.
Yep.
The week before against Liverpool, they beat Liverpool.
No, they beat Liverpool.
They beat Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's true, and
exciting.
It seems like anyone can be beat apart from Arsenal. So we're going to talk about Arsenal now. But before we talk about Arsenal, actually, I wanted to squeeze this in. SDSFC is a thing.
We need to do SDSFC roundup in my opinion.
Yeah, no. We'll do a roundup. But obviously, right now on the screen, you can see the video, the thumbnail. The link to watch the game is in the description right now. So after this podcast, give it a watch. SDS have created a team now. We've decided to leave the table and go and play. So we've joined the league, 5-a-side league. We're going to upload every single week.
Someone missed a penalty as well.
We already played the first game, not ruining anything, but someone on this table took a penalty in that game
the guy turned away
missed.
when he missed the penalty.
Yeah, someone on this table missed the penalty.
He wasn't even goalkeeper.
So if you haven't seen it already, go give it a watch. I really want to push it on this channel because you guys have been following us for a long time, watching the podcast, listen to us talk about football and talk a big game. Now you get to
you guys heard Faisal talk a big game.
Yeah.
Wow.
You get to
now
see
you guys,
Thursday.
Yeah, now you guys actually get to see us play football. So head over to SDSFC. The link's in the description right now. Go watch our game. Subscribe. We're going to upload every single week on there, all of our matches, and eventually start playing against other YouTube teams, other podcasts, and keep growing it and growing it. So one more time, link in the description, SDSFC. Give it a watch. We already played our first game. It's already out. Second game will be out this weekend. Hit the notification bell, and you can let us know who you like to watch and who you think should be on pens next time. We'll give you one more pen.
Definitely not Stas.
We're gonna do an SDS video. You got to do an SDS video on penalty shootouts.
Yeah, well,
see who takes it.
I think we should.
Yeah, fair. All right, let's carry on with the PR roundup. Arsenal against Forest. You at the game?
I think this Arsenal talk. I think we should just talk about 5 minutes because I keep seeing the comments.
We'll keep it short.
A lot. It's always 30, 20 minutes on Arsenal. You know?
No, we'll keep it short.
No, this is not Forest. It's not like
there's not much we can talk about.
Not Forest surprised me, man. Like the tactics they did, it just kind of feel like the tactics that beat Liverpool. They just decided to sit back against us.
Defense.
Let's play football.
Well, there was no defense.
Or do you think Arsenal was just much stronger? Liverpool was just
because
threat,
there was a period at point when after we scored the first goal, it's the same thing that's happened in the last few weeks. We drop off our quality, and for some reason it just went defensive. When they pressured us a few times, they got the ball. There was that Lingard chance where he pressured Partey in the middle of the park. It was going through, and then he kicked it wayward. But I'm saying if they kept doing that, because we just played Thursday, so we're tired already. Yeah. We played away to PSV. We just travelled, like pressed us a little bit because it was working for them, but they didn't do it. And that Bozo G nearly gave away a goal in the first half.
Once again,
G6 man. I'm not giving them G6. I'm giving them Gabriel.
You know the Forest game, obviously being there. One thing that did give Arsenal players was time on the ball.
Yeah.
Every time like Partey collected the ball, he had 10 yards on anyone. He can just drive with it. And there's times where Martin Odegaard will go into different pockets just to open the space up. And then players are not tracking. Like even the goal, was it when I think Partey clipped it over to Xhaka. Or even the through ball to Xhaka where Nelson scored.
No, yeah.
The one that was cleared off the line.
No, not that one. A different where Xhaka Partey played it through to Xhaka. Xhaka passed it to Jesus. Jesus passed it to Nelson. Nelson's first one. Yeah. No one's tracking a runner. Ori was too fixated on Martinelli being on the touchline.
And Jesus had so much time to even like pick his pass to Nelson.
It was jarring.
Well, he still hasn't scored a goal in I think now 6 games, but he got 2 assists.
I saw he's got the third or fourth highest contribution, like a GA contribution, behind Haaland, KDB, and some.
Less G's, exactly. So more A's.
Exactly, but that's what I'm at. As long as the goals are going in the back of the net, who cares who's putting them in the back of the net?
I think Leah's made a good tweet. He said it's not a problem until it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's not scoring right now. But
the goals are going in the back of the net. Who cares who it is? You know, like we're scoring goals. If it's Reece Nelson, regardless, if it's Reece Nelson scoring 2 goals or Jesus scoring 2 goals, doesn't matter. We still score 2 goals.
As long as you win.
Is it not worrying signs from anyone that he's not ruthless?
It is.
You bought him as just starting striker, and then he's not putting away chances that you would expect him to put away.
But he's made 2 assists.
But the thing is, I agree with that.
You need that striker to contribute 15, 20, 25 goals.
He's a 1 in 5 man.
I agree with that.
1 in 6 man.
The one game which he had a chance to do that was last game against where you guys drew.
Southampton.
He was 1-on-1.
1-on-1, and he missed it.
You saw me, bro, after the game at Southampton. I was fuming. Even that one, like, I thought behind the goal, he scored that one. When Odegaard, that Brennan Johnson just played a weird pass.
It doesn't make for Arsenal fans, for you guys, that 3 on the table, doesn't it make you guys wonder why City was so
It makes sense.
Easy.
I understand.
Just to let him go.
I completely understood. Even for some reason, even the way he strikes the ball, it's a bit weird. Like, I rate
he's made us a better team. I'm not complaining.
No, way more. He's made us a better team.
I love him as a player, but like,
we're not looking at a problem right now
like
because
a guy
we're
that
still
can strike the ball well.
Yeah, it's true. His technique on the ball doesn't look that great.
It's like tame efforts, and I'm thinking to myself, because even the Odegaard when he slipped him through, he was 1-on-1 where Dean Henderson's, bro. Watching it behind the goal, he has so much time to pick his spot, and it still felt like he rushed it. And I looked at it and I was like, I don't know what's wrong, but like I said, he's amazing in terms of, he offers not just goals, he offers assists, pre-assists, whatever it is. And I love that he works hard for the team. As you said, I think a problem could have.
Let's.
I think just going back. I think on that the link up. I think you guys didn't have it with Lacazette. You guys didn't have it with Aubameyang. I think the closest one. Again, I'm not saying they're similar. The closest was with Van Persie.
I forgot
Giroud. Sorry, Giroud. Yeah, Giroud.
Oh, the link up play. Yeah,
it's just bro. He's
Jesus' tenacity to get the ball back is very underrated. Yeah, it's very good.
Resilient, bro.
Yeah, trust me. We hadn't had that for a while.
Yeah, but let's talk about Saka.
All right, yeah.
He went down. He got subbed.
How long is he out for?
That is what I'm worried about. I don't know.
kind of played it down. To be fair, he kind of said.
I think he's playing Chelsea still.
You reckon?
Would you start?
Mind games.
I read something like obviously they did tests on him and it was just like there was kicks they were kicking. Thank God it's not like a non.
It looked like he twisted his ankle as he went down. It looked.
I know. Obviously, when I was watching the game, I saw him go down for the first time because Lodi pulled him. So I was like, I should be a foul. Obviously, with Saka, for some reason, refs never give him the calls. I think he's one of the main players that deserves those type of calls.
Yep.
But,
protection as well.
Bro, and he doesn't get that at all. Until, like he said, I hope, God forbid it happens. An injury will occur because of it. Not even broken leg. An injury will occur because of it. And there's no protection. And I think the referee's got to look after the players to an extent, especially the good players.
I don't think they ever will because Arsenal have had that problem like 10 years ago when we were getting kicked around every single game, like by Stokes, by all that. They're never going to do it. They're never going to add protection to the Premier League teams because that's the way they want football.
And it's upsetting. But obviously, Saka did go down, but it allowed the opportunity for Reece Nelson to come on for him, who took that opportunity with both hands. 2 goals.
I don't get him.
2 goals.
Yeah.
I don't get him, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
I'm still not sold.
You know, not even that. As in, like, I don't get him in terms of. It feels like every time he jumps on the pitch, it's like he's a 17, 18-year-old just getting his debut. Yeah. He looks lost. He looks lost. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you was playing for final in the final,
Conference League final, European final,
and it's like that's huge, like big 2 giant clubs.
Yeah, before that you were playing in Germany.
So I'm looking at it going, this guy is like, you've played big games, you know what it's like. But for some reason, when he puts the Arsenal shirt on and he plays, he looks lost. But like you said, as soon as he scored that first one, the confidence, like, bro, we're like a complete different player. The positions he's picking up, the pockets he's going into, being able to dribble past players, setting up chances for players. I looked and said, wow, we need that confidence going into other games.
No, in fact, I love the run he made for the second goal when he saw those space in the middle, the Jesus one, and he made that run, a good finish.
But that's the confidence of the first goal. If he hadn't scored the first goal, I don't think he'd made that run.
And
the second one? And he started it because remember he did the goal from the end.
If he didn't score the first goal, I don't think that goal would have happened.
And the first goal, boy, the composure to fake it.
I was in awe.
He was saved, but not even that.
And the rebound,
the finish, bro. The finish.
The ball's about to hit me.
And Partey score as well, bro.
Oh my God, he's mastered it now. Finally,
bro. Took him along. 2 seasons ago, it's all power. Now, bro, just placement.
Did you see the angle from behind? How far out wide it curled?
Gabriel's reaction as well.
How far wide it curled and came back in. And he hits it first time. He did it against Spurs, same goal.
Identical to Spurs. But he's mastered the placement rather than power. Just finesse.
And forget the goals. He's so good for us, man.
Like everything goes through him, man.
Our best player. I was saying this from the start.
Most influential player that you guys.
100%. 100%. Him and Saka are most important players. Facts.
You know, there's an underrated guy that has to be up there as well. Ben White.
Ben White. I knew you were gonna say that.
Benny Blanco,
he
man.
can't put a foot wrong.
He's so cold, man.
He can't put a foot wrong.
He's been doing so
well.
well.
Man, he's playing in a different position.
In a different position,
and he's still.
I remember. I think it was the first season episode, and I remember asking, especially you two, and I asked you guys. I think we should keep Ben White a right back, and I think you guys were more leaning on. Let's wait for Tomiyasu to come back. Yeah. And I was like, I think I was the only one that said, "Yo, let me play. I want Ben White right back."
I'm still in that same boat. I've been saying I want Ben White to Saliba centre back, but unfortunately, that's never going to happen because Arteta comes from the school of Pep, who wants that left-footed left centre back. It's never going to happen.
He wants that bozo gene at centre back.
It's never going to happen. Yeah, but no, regardless, he wants a left-footed centre back. That's how he did in the first for the balance. Half. Pep will do the same thing. Pep will have a left-footed centre back on the left side.
But Ben White, bro, even on the attacking front, he's now contributing much more.
He knows what's doing. The overlap he offers now is very, very.
He's changed the offense for us.
No. Like I've seen enough now to say, cool. I'm happy with Ben White to play right back the whole season.
Are we saying cool now to Tomiyasu left back?
The whole season, huh?
No.
Tommy can play anywhere across the back four, but I don't want him to be starting left back. Yeah, he can play anywhere across the back four. That's what I'm saying. He's as an all-round defender, he's probably our best.
Yeah.
Generally, and he doesn't lose any duels. Find me a game where he doesn't win at least 90% of his duels in the air or on the ground.
I agree.
Find you won't since he came to Arsenal till now. You won't find
in terms of defense, you guys I would say behind City in terms of the best defense in the.
I think we've got the same goal difference as City defensively.
Like, I was talking. I meant more in terms of ability wise. Like each,
ability
wise.
City are
City are the different realm, but I get what you mean.
But you have
guys-
like 4 or 5 centre backs that can start for any team in the Premier League.
Facts.
It's
No,
a joke.
facts,
It's a joke.
facts,
It's a
facts.
joke.
Kanji.
It's a joke. But clearly you can. Clearly you can.
That was a stinker for me.
I'm not saying I'm like.
No, I'm still
Big
with you.
deal.
I'm still with you.
But
still
let's
You
be
agree with me?
remember,
Yeah,
we said
Akanji's
we
really
can't
still.
stay on Arsenal for too long.
enough Arsenal.
Last statement I want to say about Arsenal, okay, is we went into this month 9 games in October. We've never had that. I remember saying 9 games in 1 month in 4 weeks is ridiculous, and I was worried. I was like, if you come out of the back of those 9 games, still top of the league, it's going to be very, very impressive, and I'll be over the moon. We had those 9 games, all comps. We've had 7 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss.
And that loss is in the Europa.
And the loss was in the Europa League, which
I
we
didn't care.
already
It was a draw. The draw still annoys me, but we'll take it.
And we already topped the group.
Yep.
You know?
It's got to be Zurich, but
Yeah,
basically we top.
exactly.
And then they back as well.
We have smashed it in October in a 9
And you had
game
2 tough fixes as well.
and then we played Liverpool and Spurs in that month. We've had obviously tough games. The Leeds game was tough. The Everton being tough. Southampton was tough. We got a point out of that. So like literally, and we're still October 31st. We're November 1st now. We're top of the league still. So this like so far.
I asked you the question
Percentage.
like 3 weeks ago when I was here. I asked you at that time. You said 25%. You said if we get before the World Cup, if we get still top, it'll be higher. What is it now?
We're still waiting because we still got Chelsea on the weekend.
Yeah, I remember I was on the same episode. I'm waiting till Wolves.
What's it now?
We've got Chelsea.
Is it still 25?
No. Now it's 28.
That's
But
28.
after if we beat Chelsea and Wolves and we're still top going to the World Cup,
I told you it's 40%. I told you
for me
40%.
35.
It's 42. It's 42.
I think because we'll come back to the World Cup. We'll come back and our first game is Boxing Day,
Against?
West Ham. If we come back at home, I can't. I'm going to be there front line. Boxing Day game. If we come back after the World Cup, we're top of the league, and our players come back from the World Cup still healthy. We're talking big numbers, 40%.
Tie race, yeah?
Yeah, we're talking because this could be like Leicester. Remember Leicester season? It's like Christmas they were still top. Everyone's still saying, nah, they're still gonna drop.
They're gonna drop.
March they're gonna drop. Right now, that's what we're doing right now. But every fan is saying Arsenal could do it, except Arsenal fans themselves.
Yeah.
We're still saying, I don't want to say anything.
We know it is.
We might drop off. If it gets to like March-ish, April-ish, and we're still top, then it's starting to look real.
But Sharks, you know what it is with me, yeah? With the Leicester one, who's chasing Leicester? It was Arsenal.
Arsenal.
You're not really confident that.
Yeah.
This one
But
is.
Man City.
We got Man City, Erling Haaland, just there, and I'm like, nah,
Man City.
Like
and
we have to be
Liverpool.
perfect. But then again, Leicester were perfect as well. They lost 3 games that season.
2 of us.
2 were to
Man City are the only team in the Premier League which can string 10, 15 game.
That's the thing. I can see City.
Liverpool
I can see City winning 10 straight games.
And it's harder to get chased by someone than chased.
I'd rather be the chaser. You know what I mean?
Is that the next
Way
game?
harder.
Huh?
Is the Man City game next? Leicester?
Yeah, that's why the Man City game actually got on then.
We'll save the best for last.
City won 1-0. Kevin De Bruyne, unbelievable free kick, by the way.
That's a goal free kick, man.
What can't that man do?
You know how we say,
Let him talk, man.
You want I was going to say let him talk.
but you know how we always say, let him retire, be officially top 3. What about now? Like now he is top 3. Let's be real.
All time.
All time. Let's be the Premier League all time. Now we keep saying let him retire. We can have this chat. Oh, let's have the chat now. He's easily top 3. Now.
Let's have the chat.
He's easy top 3, bro.
Man.
Nah, I got to wait till the end of the season still.
Bro, he's top 3, bro.
Because you know.
Who's he ahead of for you?
Bro, he's ahead of in terms of Premier League. He's ahead
I'd
of
say
Gerrard, bro. Top 3 is Lampard. Lampard
The
scores.
start is too much for Gerrard, man. I can't lie.
Lampard scores. No, this is Premier League. Lampard scores and
Okay, let me
MVP.
ask you a question. Yeah, is he the greatest Man City player? Does he go ahead of David Silva?
And Sergio Aguero. And
No, just David Silva. Is he ahead of David Silva?
Are you saying David Silva's the greatest Man City player?
Yeah.
You reckon?
What?
Aguero or David Silva for me. I think David Silva is their best midfielder.
No.
you changed it
Are
now?
you saying best midfielder or best player? For real? Are you changing it? Is it best midfielder or best player?
Best player, best player at Man City. You gotta go Aguero in it. But I'm saying best out of the two as the best midfielder. Who's the best midfielder?
City
of Man
fans will say Yaya Toure. Not
I
even
hear
Silva.
that, but I think David Silva.
I feel like
City fans themselves say
I
Yaya.
think Yaya had to just 2-3 years
longevity
strap.
wasn't there for him.
two goal seasons. But
City fans will generally say Yaya Toure.
Those 2 seasons were
Like if you say David
amazing.
Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Yaya Toure, rank them 3.
you know what's unfair? You
A
know,
lot of City fans will still put Yaya
yeah,
first.
but you know what's not fair? That Yaya
Okay,
Toure.
rank them 3.
No. Before
That's 3.
No. Before you answer.
KDB, David Silva, Yaya Toure.
Like longevity or peak or what? If it's peak, I'm picking Yaya first, bro.
Are you saying peak?
If it's just one's peak, I'm taking Yaya first.
Well, how are we basing it then?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you guys, because with Yaya
But if it's
Toure,
longevity, I'm putting KDB first.
I'm saying overall what they contribute to Man City's history.
Overall, then it has to be KDB.
It has to be.
Bro,
KDB,
David Silva, how many
that's
Prem has he got? David Silva's got 3. 3?
So I'm not
What
sure.
Prems?
but David
Yeah,
Silva,
he's got 3.
but David Silva,
KDB
Pellegrini, has he?
KDB's about to make it 4 now.
Yeah, KDB.
David Silva hasn't even won a PFA. But KDB is about.
Sometimes certain players are not there to
get-
win them PFA. Like
I
David
hate
Silva's
that,
not
I hate
that
that,
kind
I
of
hate
player
that.
where you look at it and go,
I hate that.
I need him to challenge for PFA players.
But
He's
also,
not.
and KDB's trophies were ones where Liverpool were perfect and Liverpool pushed them to the very end.
But you know what
and
the
they
thing
won
is?
it. You know, it's tough ones to win where you got to be perfect to win.
But this is the first time, yeah. This is the argument I was trying to say. You know, with Yaya Toure, for example, it's how difficult it is to find a midfielder that's done a season like him.
If you mold the perfect midfielder, Yaya Toure is my perfect midfielder. Out of those 3.
But when it comes to Man City as well, yeah, it's the fact that with their team, because their team's so good, we've seen it ourselves. There'll be periods where 3 months, like last year, 3 months, Bernardo Silva was the best player at Man City. Then Foden was 2 months. And then someone else was Jesus was like 2 months. And then KDB goes, last 3 months of the season, I'm going to win the title,
He picks his
go
moments,
crazy
yeah.
and win. But this is the first year where KDB started from the start, been the best.
Yeah.
If he, like that's what I said to you, I'll wait to the end of the season, because if he does what he's currently doing, carries it on to the whole of the end of the season.
I don't think I need to wait anymore.
That's fair.
You don't need to wait
Do you
anymore.
not think he's always been
Kevin De
doing
Bruyne has done enough.
Nah.
It's done
You
enough.
don't
man.
need to wait. What
done enough.
more are we going to see from him? That's now
very
going to
good,
make
it's
you
very
think.
good, it's very
But what are you looking for to see to make you think? Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
What? There's nothing more I think he could do now that's going to shock me. I think I've seen Kevin De Bruyne's best now.
And the
Nah,
more
he
you
is.
wait,
He's the
and
best midfielder in the world.
the more you, and the more, not now.
You got Luka.
And no, not even that.
Valverde's a right winger,
And the
bro.
more you
See, I
wait,
can't look at that, man.
and the more you wait for
Valverde is
KDB,
a Swiss Army knife.
He's a right winger,
He
bro.
could be the best, one of the best players in the world right now.
No,
He's
he's
a
not.
midfielder
No,
and he's playing
bro,
on the
he's
wing.
not.
Yeah, he's
No,
the
but he's
ball.
not one of the best. He is the best player.
Yeah,
But that's another topic.
He was in my last thumbnail
That's
and
another
title,
topic.
and people commented saying, "We know Faisal was behind that thumbnail."
Someone said, how did Valverde get sneaky?
Because it was Mbappe,
Neymar
and Valverde.
Come on, man, give respect to Valverde.
Top 3 easily. But talking about KDB, they said let's wait for it. But I think the more we wait, the more he will become the best,
We don't need to
the
wait
greatest.
anymore, man. There's certain players.
Now
where-
he's top 3. Bro, now he's top 3.
You can call it now if you want.
No, he's top
If you want to
three
be
now.
like me, wait end the season. That's what
No,
I'm
no,
doing.
for me, he's
If
top
we
5.
wait, because the
No.
more we wait, he's the greatest.
top
Now
five,
it's top 3.
top five.
He'll be the
I
For
greatest.
me, he's
agree.
top 5.
Top
Top
five,
5.
I
Premier
agree.
League.
That's why I said top 5. I said I'm happy with top 5.
But you're saying top 3.
Top 3. The more
Who's your?
Give
If
me two.
you give me your
No
5 now.
particular order, no particular
That's fine.
order.
Just give it to me.
Gerrard's in there, Lamps is in there, Scholes is in there, KDB's in there, and
David.
Patrick.
I'll
David
pick David Silva over.
I hate the way you called him David.
who? Who's Dave?
English guy.
Patrick maybe, but that fifth could be mixed. That could be Patrick. That could be Silva. That could be I don't know. I have to
Cesc
think.
as well.
Cesc
Cesc.
can
Cesc,
sneak
man.
in because he's got over 100 Premier League assists and over 50 goals. No one's done that yet.
There's too many.
N'Golo.
There's too many.
Do you know what you said earlier? Like you said, De Bruyne kind of shows up more in the second half of the season. Like 3 months left, and he'll shell it. Basically, he'll do very well, right? But do you not think it's paying off from this season because he has someone like Erling Haaland in front of him?
100%.
That's why he's looking better
No,
on his
100%.
GAs and
But
stuff. because
obviously,
of that.
I'm not even blaming De Bruyne as well, because it's Man City where Pep doesn't need him to say, "Yo, I need you to bang from the start," because they've got such quality and depth. Where they're like, just save your best the last couple months, and that's probably what he does in it. But this season, he just basically Erling Haaland obviously helps him out massively as well. Even I was watching a comp with the comp with De Bruyne as well, where he had Sterling, he had Jesus. The amount of chances he's feeding these guys.
Those are the 2 guys as
And I
well,
was
which
just like-
you wouldn't say that's
I was
No,
just
yeah.
like,
And
wow.
one person who deserves credit for the game against Leicester is Edison, bro. Like, a lot of people say, he's the biggest weakness. They need to replace him, bro. He saved a couple of good saves there.
Yeah.
Clean sheet, couple good
If
saves.
they're getting to a point where they
Gave me 2
people
points
are
on
saying
fantasy
people are
and
saying
FPL as
people
well.
saying they need to replace Edison, then now they're just getting
that's it.
ridiculous. Now they're getting ridiculous because like, come on,
The only
stupid.
person that can
Edison-
replace him is probably like Diego Costa.
how
guy
many,
from Porto, innit?
how many,
Oh, him,
keepers-
yeah.
how many keepers in the world though? I bet him. Not many.
He is literally one of the main.
Yeah.
The system is built around him. One of the
From the 100-point season till now, Edison's been there like
I feel sorry for him, man.
in goal for so good.
it's
But
just-
The fact he's in the same era as Alisson is the hot.
And the same country.
Evil. That's what I'm saying.
Same country.
That's the worst thing, man.
Same
Resource
country. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Same country.
So it's like
Evil.
Yeah, it's
He could win the league all the time and go,
I know,
I'm still not starting for Brazil.
I know we talk about but that Leeds game, bro. Alisson made so many crucial saves, bro. That should have been maybe 4, 5, bro.
Liverpool
Crucial.
are lucky to have him.
This whole season, bro. Every game.
There was a debate that was happening saying Klopp is the best player in the club legacy. What do you think?
Klopp is the best player.
Sorry, Alisson's the best player in the club legacy.
I think he's one of the most crucial signings. Yeah, but that Klopp legacy is.
It's a lot.
We've left the Liverpool topic now, but quickly on that question. The thing is, when they signed Alisson, as soon as they lost that Champions League final, Carriers, they signed Fabinho straight away, and then Alisson.
And I said it. I said it. I think people said, "Nah, what are you talking about?" I said Alisson is the reason why Liverpool won the following Champions League.
Yeah,
they saw him in the semi-final.
He was the reason. He was.
Yeah, they played against them in it.
Yeah, so semi-final, even though they popped bare goals against him, they're like, nah, I still like this guy.
That was an amazing signing. But then it's like
talent ID, man.
If it gets to the point where ranking Liverpool's most important signings, I'm still putting Salah first.
You have to.
But then again, it's like you do. Generally, I would not look at anyone with if they put Salah first. If they put Mane first, Van Dijk first, or if they put Alisson first,
or Robertson
first.
That kind of
Trent?
yeah.
He didn't sign him. I'm talking signings.
Oh, signings.
Even Robertson, maybe. Those 4 though.
I agree.
Salah, Van Dijk, Mane, Alisson. If you put any, you could put any of them as the first. Could be any of them. But most important signings could be any of them. But we're not on Liverpool.
Gini Wijnaldum. Underrated shout.
Wijnaldum for that Klopp era was elite. That time when they won the league, Champions League. But yeah, City. Leicester, to be fair, kept it down to 1-0.
So
Danny Ward only could see the one, and it was a free kick, which was no one could save.
The goal, obviously, he was saving very good chances.
Bro, Danny was having a crazy remontada.
Yeah, quietly becoming the number one, man.
After I watched the highlights,
when
I watched the highlights, after the highlights of the game, I was like, Leicester been doing decent, and no one's really got to Danny Ward. That means he's doing decent.
The last 2 weeks, he's been saving FPL, you know, before the City game. Give me a point.
Danny Ward.
I'm a bench.
Jesus.
2 weeks clean sheets, bro.
Oh, fair
enough. Are you getting his bench points?
No, bro.
Exactly. So he's not saving your FPL then.
No. I know, but 2 weeks had him starting.
Fair.
Had him starting.
Sancho had a good game. They have that guy as well. What's his name? Woodface?
Oh, the
Turkish guy.
The guy who did the ball.
Afro hair look.
No, he's not Turkish.
Where's he from?
That's why he's French.
Is he French?
That's why he's French.
I know you're talking about. I don't know.
Did he play against
the David Lewis? The thing.
Yeah, him. He's been quality this season.
Super, man.
He played.
He's been quality this season, though.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
No. Recently, he's been good.
Yeah.
Recently, he started shit. But recently,
that first game was a bit harsh because it was the one
wild face.
Where's he from?
Belgian.
We're both from
Belgian.
But I'm close though. He's good. He speaks French.
But there's one game I actually want to talk about is Bournemouth versus Spurs. See that comeback?
That's a remontada.
See that comeback?
That's a remontada.
I effing hate Conte.
When I saw,
can't keep getting away.
When I saw Bournemouth for 2-0 up, I was over the moon.
Bro, let's talk about Spurs. Why does it take you 45 minutes to play the way you should play?
You know why?
And why
right wing back?
Emerson.
Oh my God,
this guy, man.
How can Conte walk into that go into that game and like, you know what, I'm starting Skip, Højbjerg, and Bissouma
and Sanchez.
Sanchez, Langley, who's a bum, bro.
You know why though? The biggest game is in the Champions League.
Tomorrow's a very big game. They have to win.
They have to win.
I know
the Velodrome as well, bro. That's not normal.
This is massive as well. It's a top 4 race. This is massive as well.
It's Bournemouth away, expected to do
well, it's like they're still like, if they, say for example, if they were to lose the game, they'll be like, still be like within touching distance of top 4.
Yeah.
So it's not it's a big L, but it's not a massive L. Whereas, say for example now, if they lose to Marseille away from home, because they're not at home, they're out away.
No, I know.
They're not good. You've deep their record as well. They lost to Sporting 2-0. They drew 0-0 to Eintracht Frankfurt. Their away record in Europe is not great,
and if
bro.
one of Sporting go Eintracht win, then Europa League.
Yeah. But if they're playing at home, I get that. You're playing away from home, bro. Away from home against a Bournemouth team.
What did you say?
What
did you say earlier?
They're doing well, yeah.
Who's doing well? Have they lost with the new manager?
Southampton.
Yeah, they lost one game beside that. Yeah.
Gary Neal's done a decent job as well.
Very good job. But now second half, it's mad. Unless I'm happy that my point is still proven, bro.
What's your point?
Son, bro.
What about the Bentancur point?
What about the Bentancur point?
Yeah, that one.
When he scored, a lot of people just DM me. Like, what did I say?
What about Rodrigo?
It's not even about him scoring. I think he's so good.
Yeah, he's been good. And I can't lie.
He's so important for that.
I can't lie. He's been good. He's been good.
I think he starts for Arsenal.
Can't lie. He's my son on FM.
If I was going to make a combined 11.
But who's he starting ahead of?
Wait, if I was gonna, no, I might wait. Listen, if I was gonna make a combined Arsenal and Spurs 11, 3 Spurs players are going into my team, and that's Christian Romero, Bentancur, and Harry Kane.
I can't lie. Christian Romero this season has been sus.
Yeah, I don't think
in general.
But obviously, it's not hard to beat the pros of Gabriel.
Like generally speaking, Son as well. But I'm saying like,
yeah,
generally speaking, generally speaking, Son as well.
Way.
Yeah, Bentancur.
No way.
Okay, he's just starting.
No way, man.
He's just starting ahead. Xhaka.
Either or, Xhaka probably.
So it'll be Xhaka, Partey. No, sorry, Partey, Bentancur, and Odegaard.
That stinks.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Are we admitting the fact? Did you leave out Son?
No. I'm saying I was going off like.
That's a bit nuts.
That stinks.
You can't look at if he's going. I've been going off form. You can't look at it because Granit has been arguably one of the best.
He's going off form.
Well, it has to because he's not going by playing ability. Son would have made it.
No. In general. Son.
What?
I had Son in there. Left.
So what? So
okay. That's what today.
So Kane.
So originally,
don't backtrack it. You said 3 players.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay,
Son.
that's 4.
Okay, 4. I forgot Son.
Okay.
I forgot my son.
Of course, Son gets in there.
Okay.
He scared me, man.
What?
I was a bit terrified, man.
No, Son left wing, Kane up front.
Yeah.
Romero at the back.
Yeah.
And Bentancur can go in the middle.
It depends what system you play Bentancur for. You're
There you go. But let's stick with the Spurs game. Eric
Eric Dyer over Romero.
Eric Dyer, very good.
He can play right centre back very well.
Very good.
But do you know that right centre, what was it? Davison Sanchez and Emerson Royal, that right.
Davison.
What? That's stinky, man.
You know what made me laugh? For that first goal, that Bournemouth first goal, yeah.
That is not black.
Yeah, for real.
Black
For real. That Bournemouth first goal where the cross came to Moore.
Well, keeps more double.
Yeah,
fair play, you know.
Bro, he's slide tackled.
It's a proper finisher.
You know, someone press circle.
Yeah,
Someone press circle. And he slipped.
Yeah, wallah.
It's a proper finisher though. Keep for more.
It is.
2 striker.
And the second goal was an elite finish.
So what made them like? I watched. I was at a wedding, and then obviously I just said I didn't get married, but what do you call it? I was watching it on the highlight. Huh?
What's the ring?
Me, I don't have no ring, bro. I'm not married. Soon it's gonna be you, brother. But we'll keep it moving.
You got married to me, guys.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Not just the subs.
No.
What changed? What changed?
Yeah, what changed? Like I saw the Ryan Sessegnon goal live, and that's what it went, and I left.
But I think what changed is that Perisic came on. One person who's been good for the past 2 games, even the Champions League game, was Brian Gill. They're playing.
He's
him.
tidy, you know. I like him a lot.
They're playing him in the midfield. Well, that's what he should play.
He's George Best lookalike as well, man. He's tidy though. I like him.
Well, that's what he should play. I think you know what? I think they should play. Bentancur, Højbjerg, and Brian Gill. As a 10. So Brian Gill can be the roaming playmaker.
So they play 5-3-2-1.
Son, Kane up top.
Yeah, so
5-2-1.
And then once Kulusevski or Richarlison come on, take right over. But Gill should be playing there. Why are you playing Skip, bro?
Skip's a good player, and Conte's relaxing. Skip's a good player. And I think Skip might be one of them ones. Well, I think Skip might be one of them ones where the
Let's go.
No, I'm not.
I think Skip might be one of them ones where it's like
Skip's
trying to push like an English. Face of the club, get the face of the club. Like when they first did with Harry Winks, he was playing on the pot.
Harry Winks is a good looking guy though.
And it was like Dave Beckham, bro. It was like he could have been like a Dave Beckham. But I'm saying like kind of that thing because Harry Winks
is a good looking guy or is it good looking in terms of
on the ball?
On the ball.
Who?
Which one is it?
Harry Winks.
Yeah.
You can say both. He's a good looking guy.
He's tidy on the ball as well.
Yeah, he's tidy on the ball. Keeps it simple.
But what's the beef for Oliver Skip?
Huh?
I think he's very good.
Like, and that look, he shouldn't be so alive. and that as well. I can't take someone seriously with a name of maybe that Oliver Skip. Yeah. I can't take
boring name.
I can't take it seriously.
Shout out to Gianni Vio though.
Yeah,
yeah, good guy, man.
Why are you shouting him out?
Shout him out, man. He knows what he needs. Who's that?
He's Gianni.
Set piece coach for Tottenham. It's my guy, man.
Bro, why the hell would I know set piece coach Tottenham? I feel like
that's true though. Do research.
You know, I feel like though.
The big one made me love it. He said it, expecting us to be like, yeah.
You guys don't know the best set piece coach for Tottenham. Come on, guys.
Did he come this season?
I think he came this season.
He's like 66. You know, that's the one thing on clock because obviously Man City and Arsenal have done it last season, and obviously they've seen the results. And like Arsenal's and obviously Arsenal being one of the top clubs. Like I saw that guy on the bench, and I said, okay, cool. Now a lot of people are starting to do this.
Yaya Toure. He's Tottenham youth team coach.
Is he? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
He works Tottenham under 18s coach.
What last? Is he that one-on-one he had with
Ben Foster.
Who was that about? Who's the best manager at the moment? Arteta or Pep?
Oh, I saw that one.
What did he say?
He's like Arteta, of course.
You know, Man City fans are like, oh, we're gonna go out in the Champions League now.
What made me laugh? Yeah, he didn't say it quietly. He looked at the camera. He said, Arteta.
Oh, I didn't know that. I saw that video.
Yeah, he works. That's Spurs. Yeah.
He's funny.
Imagine him trying to teach you.
He's teaching Oliver Skip.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm laughing. But Spurs managed to get another jab.
Well, like Skip reminds me of Leah's. It's just FC or like.
SFC.
Can't imagine.
Everyone's waiting for you to play, man. Everyone's waiting for you to play, bro. They can't
Sorry,
wait.
I can't. He's managing on the weekend.
They can't.
Do that, man.
They can't
Get
wait.
Brighton players ready, man.
I know.
He can't
It's this
play.
Thursday game, man. He can play.
I can't.
FaZe is gonna have his own SDS shirt with Skip on the back.
He needs to, man. Well, I don't get why Skip's so funny. Why is everyone laughing at Skip?
I think he's decent. I just think
I like Skip.
Norwich legend.
I'm just assuming why he doesn't like him.
Next up, we'll go through other games now. Pretty quickly. Newcastle smoked Villa.
Well, let's chat about Newcastle. Let's chat about
Let's talk about your guy, man. Miggy.
Let's chat about one of the best players
They're
in the
fourth
Premier
place,
League this
bro.
season.
They're full place. They've only got one loss. They've only got one
He's
loss.
got more goals than Sancho. Got more goals than Grealish.
You know,
there's
it's
so many.
harsh the fact you mentioned Sancho and Grealish. You know,
I
I was
had
the
to, I had to.
scapegoat of any conversation.
I had to.
I saw Reece Nelson one that said Grealish and Sancho. I said, "Cool."
Yeah.
I had to. But now I'm bro. 7 goals. That's a crazy remontada. Miggy. And I remember I had him. I was the first person who had him in FPL. I feel so proud now.
You know what we need to do? We need to somehow get in touch with Jack Grealish if someone's not doing well for SDSFC.
Yeah.
I just need him to go out. One of us.
Go out on a piss, drunken, say something. Say, oh, this guy's been playing like Faisal. Next thing you know, you got Faisal on fire.
Faisal playing that 23-year-old disco.
By the way, guys, looking into the camera, Faisal plays the 6, the 8, or the 10.
Oh, in 5
Is
aside.
that correct?
Correct.
Describe your game. Describe what kind of player you are. What they're gonna see.
Yeah, like,
if they
describe
subscribe to SDSFC, what kind of player should they expect?
Jinky Majinks.
You're looking at Prime Faisal, bro. Prime Faisal was 2013, 2016.
Weren't you 15 there?
The silky, the dribbler, the
you-
one-on-one.
Was you smooth on the ball? Was you smooth on the ball?
He's 26. He should be in his
Prime
prime now.
when he was 15.
How's your prime 15?
No. I'll come to the point.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
come
let you
to
know.
the point.
So was you like that kind of person?
Because you know what? I had time every week. I used to play football.
In jeans?
One touch thing. Now, bro.
Can you drive with the ball? Like, can you carry the ball? Like, drive with it, carry
But
it.
I was a ball carrier, bro.
He was a progressive passer.
Progressor, but back then I was more of a passer than looking to finish. Like Isco.
Says Fabregas.
Now, ever since the 9-to-5 thing, it's done now.
You still have that.
But I never lost a touch.
Yeah.
Touch still here, and the touch you guys will see on Thursday.
Okay. No, they'll see it on the weekend.
And the videos on the week, you will
They'll
see.
see it on the weekend.
But I missed my chance last weekend. Meaty team, bro.
We won our first game, guys. Without spoiling it too much, we won our first game pretty
Just score 3
comfortably.
goals.
But Faces wasn't there, so it's only gonna get harder from here, bro. It's only gonna get tougher from here.
Nah, but don't
Teams
worry.
to play.
But I believe in myself.
We're gonna win. We're gonna be undefeated.
100%.
I mean, we joined the league because we took over a team that dropped out. So the team we took over, they already had 2 draws and a loss this season. So they replaced us with them. So currently on the table, it says we have 1 win, which we just won, 2 draws and a loss. So those 3 games we didn't play. So now we're like already near the bottom of the table. So we need to climb up. So we need to go like undefeated.
It'll be there.
It's undefeated, but that'll be fun. But like I said, guys, subscribe to SSFC to see more. We get bench cam footage. We get stuff like vloggy stuff before the game. But let's go back to Newcastle quickly. Callum Wilson got 2 goals and an assist.
Guys, you know what I love about Callum Wilson? I was loving him. What?
Serious striker, bad striker.
Back in the days, man. I always thought this guy was a quality striker.
Who would you guys take for England? Tony or Karen Wilson?
You know,
I was hearing this debate.
I'll put that in the chat, innit?
No, he's not in that chat.
He's not in that chat.
No, he's not. Can I take both?
I put it in the chat and only one person replied. I was like, what's going on here?
Because I want to save it for STS spot.
Fair enough. I didn't know it was going to be a question.
I was just busy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Just
fair.
busy. man.
You definitely busy. But I'll take Callum Wilson.
I'll take Ivan Toney.
Only reason is
I'll take fully fit Callum Wilson.
it offers something different.
Bro, a fully fit Karen Wilson is a much better finisher than Tony.
It's not even that. It's just I don't want
play though. You want
I don't want
Toney?
someone similar to Harry Kane. If I'm replacing Harry Kane, even though he's going to play 90 minutes, Harry Kane gets injured and you got to replace him. Bring on Ivan Toney. I don't want someone that's too similar to him. I want someone that could
Offers
change the
stuff in
game.
different.
And I think that
Why didn't you get DCL then?
No. Second, we all know this. Second striker is always based on form. It's not about who's unless you've done it for a while, like Vardy, which obviously he retired a while ago. It's gonna be form, and it could be Tammy, who's not really had great start in Italy this season. Obviously, you had the DCL been injured.
Listen,
we'll
get into the England talk when we do a World Cup video, but let's quickly go on Newcastle. How well do you think they could do this season? They're fourth place.
I think they can get sixth spot. I don't know who will drop out, but it'll be someone.
Sharky called it as well, and then he backtracked.
Yeah,
he backtracked.
Yeah,
it.
remember Chelsea up the top six, then you put them back.
You should have never backtracked because now you look like a genius.
No, that video's still out there.
Yeah,
that's fine. And then Haseeb will find the other video, click that, put it on Twitter.
Facts.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Follow CBK.
You should have never backtracked that.
That's fine, but he said he wanted Arteta out.
I did.
Yes. Yeah.
That was bad.
You and Ilyas.
That was bad. And now you're making Arteta.
No. I remember because I did say I want Arteta, but then later on in the video I said I'm waiting to end the season to give my verdict.
So out of context,
you said he's got to go. I said give him a few more months.
No, I said no. Yes, within that video later on, I said
give him until after the international break.
Like I said, give him to the end of the season. I said
the whole season.
Yeah.
No. You said after the international break.
International. Yeah.
I remember I did it.
Yeah.
Why lying, bro?
I'm not. I follow myself. I know what I'm doing. I don't know what that means, but
I will start saying that from now on.
I follow myself.
I follow myself.
I don't know what it means,
I remember what I said. I follow myself. I'm my biggest fan. I follow
that's like
I got my notifications.
Kyrie,
yeah.
What I do with that Kyrie?
But yeah, I think Newcastle do really well. But let's quickly go through some of the other games. Let's go to Man United vs West Ham. 1-0 win for United. Marcus Rashford. Bullet header.
Hey, you guys are finally seeing the laugh now.
I don't know why.
It took a while.
I don't know why he said bullet like that. He said
bullet header. Yeah.
Ericsson's cross though.
Yeah,
that was KDBS.
It's perfect.
That was very good cross.
Diego Dallo is doing well. Diego Dallo is doing very well.
What are you doing?
I'm tired, man.
The biggest, it actually sounds like that.
I'm tired, man.
It actually sounds like that.
I'm tired.
Who's your goalkeeper?
David Hayes on very well as well.
Where's this one?
He's not Portuguese.
He's done some quality. He did some crucial and big
Crucial
saves towards the end, you know.
But a lot of people said
Bruno nearly bottled it for them.
Oh, bro, I was
guys, you guys see Spain as well?
surprised.
Did you see David here, that Luis Enrique, 55-man squad?
He's not in it.
Yeah, he's not in it. Yeah.
And someone said after the West Ham game, why is he not selected?
You know, I cried when I said 55 brothers. And he's still not picking you.
If I'm not wrong, 55-man Nacho Fernandez ain't even in it.
Why is he picking a 55-man squad?
No, it's preliminary.
I don't know why.
I cried. You know, it's them ones where like I look at the list and I'm like, throw him in just in case. You know, we just need to add numbers. And it's them ones, and I looked. I said, you know, Nacho Fernandez. Is it Fernandez?
Yeah, Fernandez.
He don't start, so it's like kind of makes sense.
But De Gea,
that week in, week out, Europa League.
Yeah, but he selected
big Man United as well.
Well, but he selected better goalkeepers than
Huh? There's like 3 Premier League goalkeepers ahead of him.
Like. But I think David De Gea's had a very good season this year. Like he's actually
it's only been 13
pride,
games though.
He's put his pride to the side because you know before he used to stick on his line, whatever. We've done videos where I'm
his ball playing ability has improved a lot.
He gets off his line a lot more. He's better at catching.
It's not the whole season. It's just the last couple of weeks.
But that's all you need for the World Cup, bro. All you need is that 15 games, bro.
Yeah.
My conspiracy is that a lot of these players are saving themselves the World Cup. Van Dijk, that's why he hasn't been playing as well. I think they're all saving themselves.
That's what I think for us. Benzema as well. Benzema hasn't been playing for the past couple of weeks.
I'd be surprised, man. They're all saving themselves for the World Cup.
Saving himself, bro.
That's the problem with World Cup in the mid-year, man. It doesn't work.
But then, who do you think? Oh, no, let's just carry on. I was going to ask a question, but
more World Cup questions.
Yeah.
We'll get into the World Cup videos closer to the World Cup. Don't worry. Sticking to Man United. Harry Maguire return as captain. Done really well. Him and Lissandro from the good part. I think it got to the point where now.
No. Don't applaud it.
I like Harry Maguire.
I think it got to the point now where
Lissandro
now is comfortable at United and has been playing so well that we can get the best out of players like Harry Maguire. If you put Lindelof next to him one game, he'll suddenly play well. If you put Lissandro is just.
I wanted him.
Lissandro.
I'll take him. If I had to go back, I'll swap Zinchenko for him.
As if.
That one's crazy. I had to stop him talking.
That's right. I'm just checking.
Yes. Let's put centre back over Gabriel. Yeah.
That left foot centre back, left back, and DM.
Okay.
If anything happens to Party, it's not as good as Party.
No, of course not. No. Okay. But I'm saying as a backup.
But is it fair to say he's been the second best centre back this season so far in the Premier League? Sandro.
After who?
After who? Thiago Silva.
In my opinion, the top three has been Saliba, Thiago Silva, and Martinez.
Martinez had a better season than Saliba.
So in that case,
I think Saliba's not been great for the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's not been good for the last.
So that, but that's what I tweeted last time. The top 3 centre backs is Martinez thing. Martinez, Saliba, and Thiago.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't think you're saying anything out of pocket, really.
His celebration
has been underrated.
Huh?
Eric Dyer's been underrated.
Eric Dyer as well.
Yeah. What I like about Martinez is that his celebration after the game was done. Literally just went and hugged, literally climbing his back, bro.
That's a brace.
Well,
But you see, before,
the passion, bro. The passion is mad.
But you see, Ronaldo before the game, Gary Neville completely.
Yeah, I saw that. Gary Neville.
I read that.
You can see it.
Yeah, you know, I hate what a lot of people say. Oh, he's a child. His ego. Why? Well, if you were in his position, and if someone was chatting shit about you, why would I shake his hand?
You shook a Sharky's hand before.
Huh?
And he's chatting shit about you.
He always does that. But no,
I talk shit about everyone.
No, let's be real.
If they deserve it.
No, let's be real. If someone chats shit on public TV about me, who's supposed to be my old teammate, why would I shake his hand?
But then again, what you want him to also be fake and not say what he's doing is wrong. Ronaldo's refusing to come on the pitch. Gary Neville has a job to do. That's the biggest talking point. Of course, it's Ronaldo. Gary Neville has to be impartial.
Nah.
He's going to defend him.
No, you know what it is?
What say it's wrong?
You know what it is?
What Keane's defending him?
He's not being
Keep
impartial.
the beg then.
No. You know. Let's be real.
I won the beg.
Nah.
No, because you're a big Ronaldo fan. But the thing is, it's probably the way you say it. If that makes sense, like obviously,
No, but the way he said
As
it's very
Gary Neville,
respectful.
as Gary
He just
Neville
said
ever
he
said,
thinks
like,
Man United's
yo,
been playing better without Ronaldo.
That's fine.
I agree with that.
more than happy with that.
So why get
But if he's talking about, I don't know if Gary Neville goes, he shouldn't be close to starting for Man United. He's not good enough for Man United.
agree.
Then that's crazy.
Okay, but if
That's not crazy.
Ronaldo, I'm
is.
assuming has his number. Call him up and say, "Yo, you said this. What do you mean by this?"
No, it's
cool.
not even that.
Gary
I'm
Neville will
not saying
explain
that.
it to him, and then he doesn't have to act like a child and
No, what I'm
ignore
saying
him
is,
in front.
if I'm your boy,
he knows what he's doing.
I'm not trying to do
He
that.
knows what he's
I'm not
doing.
trying to
Of course he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's
Of course
doing.
he's
He knows he's not in the middle of their reporting on Sky Sports.
Of course.
Going up to all of them. He
Bro,
knows what he's
You know,
doing.
Gary Neville anticipated as well. You can see his face.
You
Like,
can see his face.
You can see it.
He knew.
It's calculated, of course. But it makes sense. Why would? Well,
I understand that.
I'll do the real third of it away. In terms of like, he's my guy, so I'm gonna say it
Exactly.
the nice way. Like, man's not good enough to play for my club. Well, Gary Neville went with that approach at first. Like, oh, it's my guy, give him some games. Obviously, he clocked and he's like, he's not good for Man United. Like, we do better when Rashford's through the middle or Martial. But then I can't switch up and go, he's not good enough. This, that. If he's meant to be my guy, like he's won me competition. Bro, the reason we're talking about Gary Neville like this, obviously he's been a very good right back, but Ronaldo's been a massive impact to why man's got 13 titles.
No, of course. But
So it's like,
you have to be objective. You have to be clear on what's happening
the way
now.
you say it, because I think it's your boy. Like if I'm speaking about Sharks to someone or on a podcast or whatever it is, I'm not gonna badger him and say, "Yo, this guy's done this." I'm gonna say it in a polite way, like, "Oh yeah, this is how he's moving. I don't really like."
He didn't do that.
I'm gonna try and move it correct.
Gary
Gary Neville
Did
didn't
he
do
not
that.
do
So it's them ones where like Roy Keane, yeah, obviously you're right in terms of Roy
That's Brendan
Keane is
stuff.
that's bread. You can tell. I don't care. He can play 50 games and stink it up.
Roy Keane has
Man's
mad soft spot for
I'm
Ronaldo.
always writing now
That's
because
loyal.
man's seen
That's
it.
loyalty right now.
I've seen it.
That's loyalty.
That's why I like the Ferdinand way, the real way. It's like man's talking about Ronaldo and Man United, but I'm trying to say this is still my guy. Because I think football's all about relationship. But obviously, Gary Neville's in the football world. He has to speak it like that. And if you're spending always your times with Jamie Carragher and these man, where they're always badgering about Ronaldo, you're gonna just finally be like, "F this, I can't take this no more."
Bro, I don't blame. I don't see anything bad what he did. I hate.
Why is he the only player that does that? Because Sky Sports, like Gary Neville, all that get onto other players and they don't move like that. They don't go out and shake everyone's hands and not avoid. Why is Ronaldo the exception?
He knows what he's doing.
Why
Exactly. So you think that's right?
He wants.
Let's say James Madison, if he did the exact same thing, do you think everyone would be like, yeah,
Ronaldo's ego thriving that, bro. He knew the moment he didn't shake his hand, he knew he's gonna be on the spotlight next day. That's why we're talking
just
about
for media.
Exactly. But
So
then again,
that's why you're backing it.
huh?
If he does his talking on the pitch, I'll be like, I rate that. He's still not doing his talking on the
Bro,
pitch.
he did
that.
He did that, and he pulled off a 6.8 on Sofa Score.
Bro, do you know what
That's
it is?
second.
It's like
The second worst rating out of all the starting players.
My
Do you know what it is? It's like,
God.
you know when Michael Jordan...
Are you them type of people?
Yeah, big up Sofa Score. Sponsor me, Sofa Score. I'm seeing that you guys have sponsored some of my friends like James Walcott. So big up Sofa Score. What are you gonna say about Sofa Score? You gonna talk bad about him?
Big up, sis.
That's free
Shout out to
promo,
my
shout
TikTok
me.
live, man. Sponsored by TikTok.
Yeah, but still, end of the day, yeah, you're saying you're one of the people. I'm not one of the people that are obsessed with stats and stuff like that. But then again, these are match ratings based on, and these are like a trusted app who do games all over the world, right? It's not exact perfect, but if I'm seeing Ronaldo's pulling off the second lowest performing rating from the whole team, clearly I don't think Ronaldo. Clearly I can trust that and say Ronaldo's not played that well.
Did Ronaldo play shit? No, he didn't. Did Ronaldo play the best? No, he wasn't. He was there. He was cool.
So why did the voice go higher pitch?
But that's a 6.
He
in that
can't
6.8 though. In that 6.8.
But my point is if you're moving like that and you're doing this media, basically what I liken it to is like Michael Jordan, where he took little stuff and he said I took it personally, but he would go out on the court and do his talking. Ronaldo is doing all that, but he's not doing it.
I respect Michael Jordan though.
That's documentary, man. Documentary. They
see the
show
way he
but they show the good stuff.
But Ronaldo's doing it for his documentary. I guarantee it.
They're not going to show when Michael Jordan stunk it up against Orlando.
You know
Magic
what I've been waiting
in
for Ronaldo?
Game two of the regular season where Michael Jordan was crap. I'm just saying.
Oh, I see.
Like they're not going to show in a documentary. They glamorize things. MJ probably had so much stinkers.
But he probably had that mentality.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but Ronaldo has that mentality as well.
But he's still stinking.
You could make a documentary about Ronaldo, which is just as good as the MJ one.
You know, MJ was like the Wizards by the time Ronaldo was playing at United.
Exactly.
So
MJ was washed at Ronaldo's age.
You know, remember early.
No disrespect to MJ, by the way. Yeah.
You know, towards the end of towards the end of last
Jordan,
season.
supposed to be.
I don't know why everyone just keeps screaming Jordan. But towards the end of last
LeBron sponsored with Nike.
This guy can't land.
This guy's just talking.
He's gonna forget what he's about to say.
No, I was gonna say. Remember Cristiano?
It's 1:30.
Can you land it?
You know,
Let him
I'm
land, man.
not talking.
Let him land.
No. I'm saying let you land. I'm saying
Land.
Why did you disturb him last time?
control your staff members, man.
All right, cool. Well, we're gonna move over from Man United because Man United, for a while. We didn't even talk about the game actually. We talked about Ronaldo for most of it, but you wasted the time.
Jesus.
Fulham and Everton 0-0.
I don't watch
the man in the matches were both the goalkeepers. Bern Leno and Pickford were the best players in the game. They got the highest ratings.
And Leno's done well since he moved. You know,
Yeah, Fulham, but the thing is, Fulham had 24 shots.
What was the XG?
6 on target though.
What was the XG?
I don't know. Don't have it on.
I know. Lampard deserves respect. You know how he's changed that defense and that I think everything.
Connor Cody's been massive impact.
Massive.
On them,
Yeah,
it
they
will
missed-
be going to the midfield. Yeah,
They missed Patterson for a couple of weeks. He came back from injury, but he deserves massive respect.
right back.
Right
back, yeah.
Yeah, no, but
I didn't hear what you said.
Came on for Seamus Coleman.
Go quick.
Yeah, they came on for Seamus Coleman. But yeah, it was a 0-0 game. Obviously, I'm not seeing the game. I wouldn't like if you guys obviously watched the game.
No, I watched it. It was
Everton fans.
5:30. It was only. I know. What I hate. Why is it this season? No, actually,
I think that's the only game that's happened. I know
why is it this season? Not even next. I think next week they're playing. It's 12:30, 5:30, 7:30.
He's playing 7:30.
7:30.
7:45 was Liverpool Leeds.
Yeah, look. And then next week I think it's another 7:45.
Is it?
But why is it? Why?
It's Arsenal game
What annoys me? What annoys me?
No, we're playing 12 p.m. on a Sunday against Chelsea
I know why we're playing Sunday though because
Yeah,
it's
work.
on Thursday.
I'm at work.
on a Sunday. Damn.
Are you working on Sunday?
I'm trying to be at the game. I'm going to the bridge.
Is it?
You working on Sunday?
I'm trying to. I'm like 9% guaranteed.
Sad.
Guys,
basically
sponsor him still.
Yeah. But yeah, that game was a 0-0. I don't really have much talking points about that. If you guys have seen it, let us know what you thought about that game. And I think there was one more game. Yeah, another draw. Brentford versus Wolves. Diego Costa got sent off, didn't he?
Do you know that's crazy? That's his first ever Premier League red card.
Is it?
Yeah.
Say what like?
That's his first ever
But
Premier
with
League.
Chelsea didn't get one.
Nah. And then someone like him, you would anticipate him getting one.
Ben Mee's goal was crazy.
He's got more red cards and goals this season.
That was a worldie.
Neves as well.
He's got tech.
Neves, your boy Neves scored.
Yeah.
Your boy Neves
He's
scored.
got tech. He's got tech.
Acceleration.
Yeah.
Who's that?
But Diego Costa hasn't offered much, man. Like
I can't lie. He had 2 chances there. That was
the one where he took on.
took on me.
He's
Yeah.
still got the footwork and stuff. It's just he's slow, man. It's like
It's washed, bro. It's done.
Yeah.
You know those demos where like you can tell.
I felt bad for Wolves because they needed like an urgent striker because the one they just signed got what was it, ACL?
Yeah. ACL,
Kali
yeah.
Kadze or something like that.
What I don't get is why
6'8" as well. You know?
why do they have
ACL,
why do they have an
6'8",
English manager?
They got
Well,
I thought they had that Laporte.
But he didn't come. He changed his mind last second.
Good man.
I heard the
I
heard the QPR manager
They
rejected
got
him.
Steve Davis.
Serious?
They got-
Yeah,
they got
QPR
Steve
manager
Davis.
rejected.
I heard he's
Yeah.
doing well this season.
Yeah. They wanted him, but I think
Come on, you
They
are.
tried getting the guy from Sporting.
Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, they tried, but he said nah, I'm staying.
I like him though. He's wearing Nike on the touchline and stuff. Is he the one, the sport guy?
Yeah,
Against Tottenham.
sick.
Yeah. He's wearing Nike on the touchline, little
He's sick.
sweatshirt. I like
He's
it.
sick.
Hard. But yeah, Brentford Wolves drew 1-1. That's another game I didn't manage to see.
Palace.
Oh, Palace as well. That's the game I forgot. Palace Southampton 1-0 Palace. 1-0 Palace.
Red and blue.
Yeah. Austin Edward with the only goal of the game. But once again,
good move as well.
Once again,
that was a good move.
And then he got injured.
Goita, the goalkeeper Palace had a very good game. Southampton had 14 shots on goal. He's managed to keep them at bay, kept the clean sheet. Palace are looking alright, to be fair. Like they're starting to get that Eze, Zaha.
It's just fingering my feet.
His hands are there. What are his fingers?
As in, like, you know, just where's your foot?
How professionalism is this, man?
At first, I was like, okay, and I felt it. And I looked at him in the corner of my eye. What is he doing?
He's got a crush on you. He's been not letting you finish the whole time. He's been fingering your feet.
And that's where we're going to end it, guys. That is the end of the PR roundup. The Crystal Palace Saturday. If you haven't seen it, let us know in the comments below. Sorry, I couldn't cover it properly, but I don't think any of us managed to catch that game. But big up to Crystal Palace for the win. And Southampton are looking alright, to be fair. They just need to get them results going. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.